It concerns me that I was a full half second before Shelby, and we're in the same house.
I'm 0.2 seconds behind, if that makes you feel better.
You see, the thing is about sound is it's not instant. It takes time to travel through space. So that was just the... Hi, Neil deGrasse Tyson here.
Fucking yeah, bullshit. Can we just agree that Logan would not be a good science teacher?
You don't know that. I know lots of science stuff.
He's never...
Neil deGrasse Tyson here to tell you that space isn't actually that cool or fascinating.
Logan would bring in like a container of white phosphorus and be like, hey guys, here, have fun.
Cheers,
hey guys, check
up.
this out. Here, check this out. Bleach and ammonia. Check this out. Glug, 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 glug.
And then
Class
down
of
it
25.
with the Tide Pod.
Class of 25.
Hey, I
Class
did
of
a Tide Pod
25
shot.
found dead due to mustard gas. The only reason I know that is because it's from an episode of King of the Hill where Peggy was writing some kind of cleanliness column in a newspaper, and she's like, you could take the cleaning power of bleach with the something power of ammonia, and Hank Hill's like, Peggy, that's the recipe for mustard gas.
Well, I knew about white phosphorus because it's in my Outlander book.
I know about white phosphorus because it's getting some headlines about being included as a kill streak reward.
Kill
in
streak.
The new Modern Warfare.
What?
And people are like, no, you shouldn't. White phosphorus isn't a reward. It's like the worst thing you can do in warfare.
It is horrible, unimaginable death.
I was about to Google what white phosphorus was, but now I don't think I want that in my search history.
I think
how to obtain white phosphorus.
One of the most powerful uses in a video game was in Spec Ops: The Line. Also, if you haven't played Spec Ops: The Line is a very cool game.
But did they walk the line?
Yes, they do. In fact, they cross the line, and there's no going back.
We haven't introduced anybody yet, and we're already deep in a conversation.
Let's start a podcast. Welcome to episode 7 of the Carpe Boredom podcast. This time you've got me, your host, Shelby, and I'm joined by Brandon, Clayton,
Hello,
and Logan.
Hello.
Back to white phosphorus. Do tell. Walk the line, something, and yeah, Spec Ops.
Yeah, Johnny Cash is Spec Ops: The Line.
I was about to make that joke.
But no, in Spec Ops, there's a mission where I think you're in like an infrared drone, and you find a terrorist installation, and you drop white phosphorus on it. But realize that it is not only inhabited by a terrorist faction, but also like schools and families. And you have to walk through that because that was just the drone. That was like clearing a path for you to walk through this area. And then you walk through as your soldier and see like firsthand what you did with poor information.
They put that in a game?
That's the whole point of Spec Ops: The Line is like what war does to the human psyche.
Where do you draw said line?
Oh, well, then that's cool if they're doing it, if they're talking about like and bringing attention to an issue like PTSD. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
not just casual here's
the
a
airport scene.
mission.
Yep.
Yeah, no Russian.
I was going to ask, that's that game? Is
That
where
was Modern
there's the shooting in the airport?
2.
That was 4, I think.
I don't remember which one that was.
Shit,
I
I
can
don't
look
know
it up.
anything about this game series.
I can look it up.
If you mean Call of Duty 4, that was Modern Warfare 1. I think No Russian was Modern Warfare 2, which would have been Call of Duty.
It was
5.5
It was
or
Modern
something.
Warfare 2.
Okay, it's weird because they reset the numbering, so it goes COD 1, 2, 3, COD 4, which is Modern Warfare, COD Modern Warfare 2, and then I think they branch off into Black Ops. And then Black Ops has its own numbering scheme independent of Modern Warfare and Call of Duty.
It's
and then
stupid.
you got Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare.
Like, I get you want a cool, catchy name for a video game, but I'm not going to lie. It makes things just so much easier if you just fucking number them 1 to 10 or 20. Like, make my life easy.
I don't have a problem.
It kind of makes sense because there's 3 different studios. There's Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and Activision. I think that's the 3.
Oh,
so they're on a rotating every 3 years.
I thought Activision was a publisher. I didn't realize that they were also
I should let me look that up. Talk amongst yourselves.
So that's kind of like Assassin's Creed should be. They should rotate because I will say this. At least Assassin's Creed's made it so they're not putting a game out every fucking year and they're just shit. They're taking time between them now, and it makes them better. I'm happier about that.
Well,
but the rotating thing, that's got to be tough to be able to coordinate with the other developers to still have the same kind of gameplay, because you don't want it to be a completely different kind of gameplay, like a feel for playing the game. Every 3 years it's different.
Something that has just happened that has never happened before, and I don't know how to fix it. My Chromebook has stopped responding.
Oh.
Did you try turning it off and back on again?
I don't know how to, because the power button. Because the power, there's no delete key.
I know, because you're in a fucking Chromebook instead of a real Windows machine.
Okay. I was holding down the power button. You have to hold down the power button for a long time to hard drop this thing.
They really, really don't want you accidentally pressing it.
For real. I was like, I don't know how to turn this off because the power button is just another key on the keyboard and it's not responding to key presses.
Can I say something that's very inappropriate?
No.
What? Why stop now?
You said you have to hold the button for a very, very long time. Also, you holding the button for a very, very long time was probably like, what, 5-6 seconds? And I just immediately thought of having sex. Just great. You got to hold that button for long.
I will deem that one a stretch.
It's weird that the podcast just like, we were talking about one thing and then it cut to like 5 minutes later.
I said one bad thing. It's like 5 seconds. It's like clean.
About dropping white phosphorus everywhere.
Right.
Oh my God. So of course Clayton's managed to get me totally derailed to what I wanted to talk about in the podcast. I don't know how he fucking managed to switch me over to video games. But how's y'all's lives? What y'all been up to?
Nothing.
Oh well, that's bullshit.
Nothing of note, I don't think.
Well, I went and saw Downton Abbey. Tell your mom, Logan, that I'm very, very sad, but I went on a date with a friend, had a friend date, and I went and saw Downton Abbey.
Well, whenever you come to visit here, you're just going to have to go see it again with my mom.
That's fine. If we can manage to get it from like Redbox, because that's about the amount of money I think you should spend to watch that movie. Like,
it's worth $1.50.
I'm sorry. It's not gonna win.
Downton Abbey sponsorship anytime soon.
It's not gonna win any awards. I loved the TV show, but trying to push everything together and like wrap everything up in a pretty bow for everybody in a 2-hour and 2-minute movie. 2 hours.
Is it the end of the series? Like, is it done now?
It was done before. They just decided to do, because they got such a big following on it, they just decided to do this movie, and it was like, oh, we're gonna wrap up some things, but it's like,
see, in the industry they call that a cash grab.
Well,
I'm gonna do what's called a pro cash grab move.
I don't know how much it made, and I can look it up, but I'm just saying it ain't gonna be winning any awards. But it was a good movie. Like, I'm not gonna say it was a bad movie. It was just not something that I would probably go pay $7 to $10 at a movie theater for. It's a Netflix or straight to TV like PBS specials probably would have been like perfect for it.
Downton Abbey.
It doesn't help. Oh,
Downton Abbey.
They've made $14.6 million.
Is that a lot?
That ain't nothing. That's more than I got.
I mean, it's more than It Chapter 2.
More than I got for.
But I guess that's just for
this week.
Downton Abbey.
That's only for this week, though. I don't think that's overall.
Oh, it's like, geez.
People always talk about like Avengers made this much movie and like this movie. It Chapter 2 made that much. Did I say movie? Money.
Yep.
Avengers made this much money and It Chapter 2 made that much money. But it's like, I don't know what that means.
Oh,
yeah, that's such a high number. I cannot fathom. That is a different class of spending. Because, like, yeah, it made $1 bajillion, but it cost $2 bajillion. So, like, is that...
They made $14 billion opening day. I'm like, is that good?
Yeah.
Wait, how much did it cost? What was the production cost of that damn thing?
They might as well be talking about a currency from a country that I don't know anything about, because it's like, I don't have any frame of reference for how much.
Is 14 trillion kroner. I don't
have any reference for how much that money is, or like if that is a lot for a movie of that size or whatever. I never understood people like, hey, made $4 billion open day.
Yep.
Well,
Neat.
CNN's title about this is How Downton Abbey Transformed from TV Phenomenon to Box Office Champ and Possible Film Franchise. I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, I'm not going to go see another movie at all.
Film
Downton
franchise?
Abbey Endgame.
Yeah, the Downton Abbey
Cinematic
universe, the Daku.
It didn't help that there was this asshole that sat next to me.
Nope, that's not good.
So we went to like one of those places where you can watch the movie and you can
Floating
order
ass.
food. Well, me and my friend had already had dinner and drinks before the movie, and so we were just going to have another drink while we were sitting there watching the movie.
So
So
you were well smashed.
it was
Man.
one milkshake spiked drink. That was it.
Okay.
I was one milkshake in, Clayton.
That sounds like a baby that's drinking. Anyways, so I ordered my drink, and there was this guy and an older woman was with him. He was probably maybe like mid-30s to late 30s, early 40s, kind of somewhere around there. Definitely older than me, and he was with a older woman, definitely maybe 50s to 60s. And before the movie, they had gotten their food, and they were talking. It was fine. You know, not a problem. Talked before the movie. I got no issue with it. And then the movie starts.
Okay.
And he doesn't stop fucking talking. Every single time someone new on the screen shows up, it's, oh, so who's that? It's so-so. And then she's like, oh, that's this person. Da, da, da. And they're like, okay, I'm just like, what are you fucking
At least
doing?
it was related.
Did you not fucking watch all the fucking seasons beforehand? You didn't, you son of a bitch. And then at one point, he reaches over and he goes, can I press your button to call the man? I'm like,
Do you not have a
Sure.
button?
Absolutely
he
not.
had a button. He just wasn't quick enough for them coming to see it to remove his plate. And then he decided to order his dessert. And I'm just like,
over there! Can you press your button for me?
Who's that guy on the screen?
and then at one point he has the balls to turn him. He goes, sorry, we're talking a lot, but I just don't know the characters. And I was just like, okay. And then I turned to my
why
friend and
are
was like,
you
I
here?
swear to God, if he doesn't
'Cause-
fucking shut up.
This movie is kind of all about the characters.
If you're gonna be
Exactly.
like that,
There's no really story. Like there is so much storyline before this fucking film. You're going, you either just need to accept, like that'd have been like if I took Clayton. Clayton would have just been like, I'm just going to sit here and put my head back and take a little nap for 2 hours and 2 minutes. This man
Yeah.
should have just fucking done that and shut up.
Sleepy sleep time.
see, if you're gonna be like that, you need to watch it at home, so you
That's
can ask those
right.
questions and pause it and discuss.
Right. And do your web searches.
And also the people, first off, there was probably every 50 to 60-year-old woman in that theater. And then it's just me and my friend who were 28 years old. And we're just like, we are so out of our area
When-
here.
28
that
and
movie
drunk
came
on
out-
milkshakes.
When that movie came out, I went to the movies with my parents to go see that Brad Pitt space movie.
Yeah.
Outlander?
No, I don't
It's not a
remember.
space movie.
Dang.
Oh, I get it. I don't remember what it was called. It was called like Ad something
Ad Astra?
or another. It was boring
Cloud
and
Atlas?
just rent it from Redbox. No, I shouldn't say it was boring. It was entertaining. It just wasn't worth seeing in theaters.
Right.
There were so many old ladies at that movie theater to go see Downton Abbey. It was
Yep.
hilarious.
Like,
Yep.
I'm talking walkers and canes,
Yes.
ladies. Like,
Yes.
this
Little
ain't,
tennis
I'm still
balls
spritey.
on them.
This little old lady in a walker came up and sat down on a bench and like started talking to my mom. And there she's like, "Are you here to see Downton Abbey?" Mom's like, "No, I'm here to see Brad."
It was blue hair and crochet kits as far as the eye
Oh
could
man,
see.
you could smell the Centrum Silver from out in the lobby.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
But I must say this.
But and when they left, there was Werther's Originals wrappers everywhere.
I managed to get out of that theater before everybody else when the movie was over.
Oh, yeah.
We
It's
just
the
like took our
slowest
time, got up.
exodus
we
you've
could
ever
just
seen.
walk
And if you
out.
had waited one more second, you would have had to stand behind them as they shuffled out.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, I am not getting stuck behind all these old people. But they moved so slowly
Oh.
getting out of their
But
chairs.
Shelby, what if
It
you
was
missed
no
the after
concern.
credits teaser scene at the end of Downton Abbey the movie?
Where they introduce a
Spider-Man
new
will
character.
return in
Oh,
Downton Abbey 2. Oh, God. So Shelby was talking about sitting next to an interesting character. I flew back from Dallas last night, or yesterday, and I had an interesting character on the plane
I
next to
thought
me.
for sure you were gonna say, "Boy, are my arms tired."
Oh, no.
Did you at
my
least
arms
think
are
about
well
saying
rested.
it?
I did. I
Oh,
always
good.
think about it.
Okay, good.
There was a girl sitting
girl.
2 seats away from me, and I have to assume she was exhausted. I can't say that I've ever been so tired in my life, because we get on the plane, we sit down, take off, and within seconds, her head is like swooped forward. And then she's like on the lean, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, before like she is completely knocked out with her head and arms hanging into the aisle because she's on the aisle seat.
Oh my God.
And about every 3 minutes, she snaps up and she realizes that she basically fell unconscious. And this girl had to have something going on, because like, I don't know if she was just like nervous about the flight and had to take medication to relax herself.
Oh, for sure. She took pills, sleeping pills.
And that's what I'm wondering, because it was literally, she would snap up to like sitting up straight, and then it wouldn't be more than 10 seconds before she was head down and slooped into the aisleway. Just like this slow, gradual melting of a person into the aisleway.
Do you think that's like how she sleeps all the time? Like that's just her life at home? Could you imagine like being in a relationship with her, and like every 10 seconds a night, just all of a sudden it's like, and smacks him?
She's narcoleptic.
So I have done something similar to that.
Okay.
I wasn't sitting next to like a rando though, so. But it was just, we were on it was just me and my dad flying, and we were in the like exit row, one of the emergency exit rows. But so that has like a ton of extra space, especially on JetBlue. And so I was sitting there, and like the way that you know how JetBlue has TVs on their plane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when you're in the exit row, because the seat's so far in front of you, because there's like 2 rows basically worth of space.
All right, yeah.
There's instead of it being on the back of a seat and like using a magnifying glass, there's like an arm thing that comes up. And so my dad told me this. I'm like, oh man, that's so cool. I want to see this. The entire flight, I was passing in and out constantly. I was just whatever. I don't remember what I was doing the night or day before, but I was just constantly. I would be sitting there, and then next thing I know, I was waking up because I thought I was falling,
and
because I kept leaning forward. And then that's when my dad was like, just put your seat back. I'm like, no, I'm not going to fall asleep. And then immediately did it again. I do that in the car a lot as well. I'm like, I don't want to, because I don't want to fall asleep.
Right, yeah.
Don't you fall asleep in the car like all the time though?
Yes.
Like you're notorious about that?
It relaxes me.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. I'm the same way. When I'm a passenger, if it's like more than like 15 minutes and I don't have to tell Clayton where to go, oh hell yeah, I'm just gonna like close my eyes and
see. But the thing is, I don't want to fall asleep, so I won't lean the chair back, and it tends to cause a lot of hijinks.
Fighting it.
It's me fighting it, but it's also sometimes I fall asleep and then I slam my head into the window.
Jesus.
So the end of this girl's story was that one time she snapped up straight and went a little too far, so that now when she was falling over, she was falling inside. And she had nearly folded herself over to where, okay, so it was my seat, empty seat, her seat. She had folded over to where her head was nearly touching the seat in between us. And I'm just like,
Lord.
You're going to crack a rib or just like something. Or when you snap up straight, you're going to pull a muscle in your back.
Man, I would have paid somebody so much money to be in that seat between you two.
I wonder if she was on drugs.
That's what I was thinking. Just
street
like
drugs, not prescription drugs.
I don't know. I mean,
that cool hit
that's her business. But she was having a rough time on this plane. And
was
then my favorite part was when we were landing. Is she was folded over in the seat with like almost laying her head down on the cushion, and then the wheels hit the ground. And she just sprang up straight.
What? And that is how you fast travel in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Her plane trip lasted about 45 seconds, as far as she knows.
So, and I asked this probably to Brandon because he's probably the one person that has flown the most and knows most about the rules.
I'm catching up on you though.
Yeah, we're getting there. Is it a
wish.
thing that if the airline attendants, the flight attendants, that they have to wake you up whenever they're landing? Because I saw a flight attendant and
No,
she
they
walked
don't
over
have
to
to.
this man before landing and she woke him up and I was like, well, that was fucking rude. Why did you wake him up?
I would
So is
prefer
that
to
a-
be woken up.
I feel like it's up to the. I feel like that's the airline, or just the stewardess themselves. But like
Okay.
maybe it's the airline. Like, just please wake them all up, because I have seen people like who have slept through even the landing, and then everyone was getting up, and then they woke up.
See, I would prefer
Yeah.
to be woken up before we land.
Same.
To be honest, like
Yeah,
if the
because I don't want to
stewardess,
wake up and feel like I'm dying.
if the flight
It's kinda-
attendant comes and like says, "Hey, we're about to land," I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And
It's
then,
kind of
like,
jarring,
Yeah.
as this girl experienced.
Yeah, I can imagine. But speaking of
imagine
planes-
what would happen if the flight attendant touched her or something.
Oh my God, she would have
She
whipped
would've
her across the face.
Crinkled
with
in
her
the other
hand.
half.
But speaking of planes, so
Okay.
I don't remember how long ago, but so there's these Coke bottles, right? That Hollywood Studios in Disney sells
All right.
for Star
Okay.
Wars, which I have one now.
I'm curious
really
where this
cool.
is headed.
So they're shaped like grenades.
Oh, you're talking
Oh
about
my
Star Wars,
God.
yeah.
I forgot about these. The
I'm
Star
looking
Wars
at
thing.
Well,
it.
they're not
The picture.
shaped like real grenades, but
No,
they're the
they're
shape of the
they're shaped
grenades
like- in Star Wars.
in Star Wars. They are
Yes.
shaped like an in canon Star Wars universe grenade.
Right. The thermal detonators.
Yeah.
Yes.
The lids look
exactly.
so cool.
It is. The lids are removable.
Yeah, they look like they're like the shape of Christmas ornaments.
I
kinda
want
Pretty
one.
much. They're really cool. I have the Coke one, and Travis has the Sprite one.
I want
get
one
it
as
And
well.
from-
Dasani
theme
has
park?
this like label at Star Wars Land in
Oh,
Hollywood
man.
Studios.
Man,
Which,
I know
by
y'all
the
aren't gonna be able
way,
to go back
the
for a while.
ride in Galaxy's Edge is quite interesting. Have you ever wanted to
So-
be on a ride that you could fail?
Oh, okay.
What does that
'Cause-
mean?
So, if you ever been to Epcot and you've
They
ridden
just turn it off
the-
and take you back to the entrance.
if you've ever ridden Mission Space, it's the one where you're in a spaceship and you're a crew of 4 and you have to
Yes.
land a rocket
Oh.
on Mars. And then if you're on
Oh.
the orange track, you have to go to Mars and then fly back to Earth.
Oh wow.
But so, and that one, it's like, it's very, I mean, Galaxy's Edge's thing is kind of hand-holdy as well, but it's very hand-holdy, and you can't fail Mission Space. And it's just like, oh, press this button for cryosleep, extend wings, do this, that. And so everyone's pushing the buttons, and you're doing the joysticks.
Right.
For
Press X to win. Excuse me. Press cross to win.
for the Millennium Falcon ride, it's 6 people, and it's 2 pilots. First of all, one pilot just controls the y-axis, and the other pilot controls the x-axis.
Oh
So-
boy.
Oh,
man.
sweet
That-
Jesus.
That was Ashley and Travis were the pilots in
Why?
our ship.
Have you
Because
seen
well,
her in
technically,
GTA?
technically it was me and Ashley who were the pilots, but I really didn't want to be the pilot, and so me and Travis traded, and I got the gunner seat. So there's 2 gunners,
Okay.
and then there's 2 engineers. The engineers have to repair the ship as they go, and the gunners have to shoot the trains and the TIE fighters and whatnot, and then the
Right.
pilots have to pilot. But it is a like full flight simulator type deal. Like, you could steer into shit.
Oh,
Sadly,
that's
you
cool.
can't. I found out that you could not shoot things that weren't already marked to be shot, which sucks. So like, there's a
Oh.
point where you're in an asteroid field. So I'm like, why can't I shoot a hole and blast these small asteroids?
Gotcha.
And so that they could fly through it, because it was clear Ashley and Travis were veering straight at an asteroid, and I'm like, I wonder if I could just move this. Nothing. But apparently, if you mess it up enough, you will destroy the Millennium Falcon and lose,
Hey.
or
So
you
does that
could
mean
lose
that's
the
what happened to
cargo.
you?
No, we did get the cargo. We finished with, I think, 29%.
Jeez.
Apparently,
sounds
people
so
have
much
finished
fun.
with 15. People have straight up lost. Apparently,
Jeez.
it's
Clay.
interesting.
Huh?
You finally want to go to a theme park with me?
Kind of. Yeah.
We should take our elite Dangerous crew
Elite
and
week.
go. Yeah.
Also, just the whole aesthetic of the Star Wars area is amazing
That's-
to look at.
That's actually what I was thinking about while he was talking about the separate roles. I was like, you're just talking about Elite. You're
Pretty
talking
much.
about Elite.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, actually, it's a lot like Star Trek Bridge Crew, where it's everybody's
Yeah,
in one
also
ship
that.
and your jobs are divided by your role. And
Yeah.
you have to specifically pay attention to like your stuff, and you don't have to worry as much about everyone else's stuff, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there was for the gunner, you could do manual or automatic. Manual is very difficult because
I mean, like automatic firing, or
so
what?
no, it's so there's 3 buttons. There's a top, middle, and bottom. Like they're
Okay.
set up vertically, and so
All right.
basically it's to aim up, aim middle, and aim down. And
Oh,
it's to shoot in those directions. There's also this giant red button that shoots torpedoes.
nice.
But so those 3 buttons. The problem is I don't know where their bearings are. So like there'll be a TIE fighter, and I'm like, is that in the up area or is that in the
Right.
middle area? Like where's my range?
Is that 12 o'clock high?
Exactly. Like there was nothing to base it off of, so I couldn't
Yeah.
tell. Also, because you're sitting in 2 rows, like behind each other, so it's like I'm looking. I'm looking straight ahead. My buttons are to my left. So I'm like slightly pivoted to the left, and so
okay.
I'm like everything's warping because
Yeah,
we're
it's
looking
a
out
little
of
bit
this
offset.
window. Exactly. So we're looking at
Huh.
this window, and I'm like, I can't, I don't know. Is this up or top? Like
The person you do not want to be off center is the one person that's off center.
exactly. There's like this little screen that displays which direction your gun's pointing, but like
Okay.
it doesn't tell you what if anything's in those areas. It tells you how many TIE fighters are
Okay.
there, but it makes sense. If anything, I think the gunner should have been facing sideways, and same with the engineers.
Oh.
They should have been facing the panels on the wall.
So you can read the instruments.
Exactly, and only the pilots face forward. I understand that they want everyone to face forward because they want everyone to experience the giant screen.
Right.
But I feel like it would have been better if everyone besides the pilots were facing the panels. Because first of all, getting jolted around while like half pivoted, like turned, is not the most comfortable thing.
Brandon, maybe you don't understand. That's a 100-inch 4K screen. They paid
Okay.
$1,500 for that screen.
And they want
Not
you to notice.
Not just anybody can buy one of those, you know. Not everybody has a Best Buy near them. I just love that like ultra high def screens are now consumer purchasable for like you could almost impulse buy one of the best looking panels.
Yeah, I wanna just create a whole holodeck.
Yeah, just because I feel like it. I got my tax return. I'm gonna go buy a 200-inch 4K screen.
And then put it
Also-
on the floor and walk on it.
Only you would consider that as an impulse buy, Clayton, to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go buy a new TV that's $1,500. Like, you know,
Yeah.
that's just you.
I
'Cause
mean,
you're a shopaholic.
speaking of impulse buys, I got this thing. I got my stencil morph, my editing touchpad.
Wow, guys.
Oh, that was
who's
the
all?
thing you're talking about.
Hey, the 3 of us. Look at that. Look what he's holding up.
That's really cool. I've actually seen it.
So I
It's
use
pretty
that
cool.
to edit a little bit of my upcoming video.
Is it good?
I'm still getting used to it, but I like it a lot. It actually showed me some things I didn't realize Premiere could do.
Look at me.
Because
I
it has
wonder if I could use my wake up.
Probably you could set up like touch zones on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a way of doing it in a way like with someone already doing that foundation work. But I would think you could set up some macros and touch zones. But when you were talking about those Cokes earlier, the Coke bottles,
Yeah.
it reminded me of a story that I wanted to tell Logan because I started to tell him, but I wanted to save it for the podcast. And
I
know he's
don't
like,
remember
And I
how
have
we
a
got
rant.
on it. I don't remember how we got on it, but I was talking about how I liked all of the off flavors of Mountain Dew except like the original Mountain Dew. That
Right.
that piss yellow soda I don't
Uh-huh.
like.
Have you
But
had the America one that they had
The
for 4th of
American
July?
one?
It was
No, I didn't.
50 different flavors mixed into one.
That's a
boy.
suicide.
That sounds like a
That's a
mess.
suicide. Yeah.
But it's a suicide specifically
Wait.
only with Mountain Dew.
Because
That's a Mountain Dew-icide.
that's a mountain don't. That's
That should be their
But I
next
was telling
one.
him I liked Baja, I liked Gamer Fuel, I liked the orange stuff, I liked the two World of Warcraft flavors they had.
I've tried none of those. You're gonna have to tell me all about those.
They're
don't
much
like
better than the
couple.
original. They're much
Coconut
better
is
than the
the
original
one that
Mountain
I've
Dew
had the
flavor.
most besides the original.
I've had probably
think-
the white one the most.
I think
besides the
Baja
original.
is probably the one I've
yeah.
had the most.
Over my head.
The white one was what, like
That's
ice or
citrus.
something
It was.
It was called like electric
yeah.
something.
I don't remember what it was.
Volt.
Volt.
Yeah, Volt.
I took a guess at that, but it sounds right.
I wouldn't
anyways.
be surprised if there was a Mountain Dew Volt.
I'm a Google
So I
uh,
told Logan about a time that I overclocked my Mountain Dew.
It's voltage, by the way.
Okay. So what I did is because I was like, you know what? Okay, so
You sound like the kombucha girl now.
you know what?
No.
Well,
No, it's white out, by the way.
whiteout. Okay,
Voltage is like a lightish,
Like a-
whitish.
Yeah, it's like a very
so
light.
my mom
blue.
used to work at this doctor's office that had a fountain drink machine in it, so that you could go to the cafe, put your cup under the thing, and it would shoot the
Goo.
seltzer. Yeah, shoot the seltzer water in the syrup together. You get yourself a fresh soda.
Mhm.
I found the syrup packets in the fridge
Aw.
one time,
Oh no,
Oh,
and I
Clayton.
tasted pure Coca-Cola syrup.
that seems like a bad time.
I
and
mean,
it
it's
was
just
one
it's just sugar.
It was one of the best flavors I've ever tasted, and I have been chasing it ever since.
I mean, you could buy that stuff.
You can, but I've been wanting to life hack this one.
Oh, I see where
So-
this is going.
What I did was I bought a 2-liter of Mountain Dew, and I stuck it in the freezer. And overnight,
And it didn't explode?
It did not explode. The plastic expands enough that it does not explode. Or maybe I opened it first to relieve the initial carbonation. I don't know. So whatever I did, put it in the freezer. It froze solid ice. And then I cracked the lid on it. I opened the cap, and then I turned it upside down over a large cup that I had, and let the syrup thaw before the ice does,
I would
because the
think
syrup
the
doesn't.
syrup would thaw last.
It didn't. That was the test. So
Strange.
the syrup thawed first, and basically the pressure of the ice squeezed out the syrup first.
If you think
So-
about it, when you have like a Coke slushy and you put the straw all the way at the bottom and you drink all the juice, all that's
Yeah.
left is ice.
Oh, he's
Uh-huh.
right.
So if you think about it, maybe that's exactly how this is working.
So yeah, by the end of it, I
Science.
had a little bit less than a full cup of pure Mountain Dew syrup.
You should have done it like 3 or 4 more times.
Oh
To,
my
like-
god, it was amazing. It was the most concentrated.
How
Mountain
goopy was
Dew.
it? Like
Oh, it was
just tar
was-
going down your throat.
yeah, it was thick.
Clayton, you don't have
Extra
to worry
thick.
about disappointing me because this was amazing.
Yeah,
Ever since
so
Clayton
that-
told me about this yesterday, he was like, "Wait, no, I have to stop talking about this. We'll talk about it on the podcast." I've been thinking about what the fuck does overclocked Mountain Dew mean? This is it. You did it.
Oh
So
man,
that is the story of how I overclocked my Mountain Dew.
feel like
So
we could use this idea.
Coca-Cola, give me a call. We'll work out a deal.
We can get
But
5
Mountain Dew's not
gallons of
Coca-Cola.
Mountain Dew
Is it not?
syrup for
No,
$165.
Mountain Dew, Dr Pepper are their own.
$1.65.
Right.
No, $165. We can get 5 gallons of Mountain Dew syrup.
See, the problem is,
boy.
it's regular Mountain Dew, and I won't drink any of it.
Well, we can get the Diet Dew for 1 gallon for
That Dew.
$30.
Okay. Well, if I wasn't going to drink the original, what made you think I was going to drink the diet?
This
I
is
think
just
I've
on
heard- All they
Amazon.
did was
I
add
need to do a little
aspartame.
more research.
Diet soda is trash, and I'll fight anybody who tries to argue with me.
I think I've heard
I agree
people
with
say there must be something that Dr. Pepper does to their diets, because I've heard people say Diet Dr. Pepper and Diet Mountain Dew are the closest to the originals. Like, if you don't like the originals, it's not going to do anything for you, but they keep their diet flavors
They probably
closer to the original.
They probably rework it slightly to make it
right.
Make sure that it keeps the taste without.
I have a cousin who's like the quintessential angry gamer guy. You know, he drinks Mountain Dew, he eats Doritos, he breaks controllers, he punches walls. I believe the TikTok community calls people like that Kyles.
Yeah.
But he was a quintessential Kyle, and I remember he gained a whole bunch of weight because he was drinking just liters and liters of Mountain Dew. So he started drinking Diet Mountain Dew, but he drank more. So it's diet,
and
I'm just thinking
the point.
He also did shit like when he got change back, he'd throw it in the trash, and I'm like, what?
What?
I knew a girl that did that.
Stop that!
Why?
Yeah. I knew a girl that threw away.
Bitch.
I knew a girl that threw away pennies because she was just like,
pennies.
it makes my purse too heavy.
I wanted to tell him, I was like, dude, save it for me. I will take the coins off your hands.
Okay,
Or
when you order places,
put it in
there's
the penny
typically like a
tray.
tip jar. Just fucking put it in the tip jar.
Well, he'll probably never see this, so I don't really care. But this guy's a total jackass, so fuck him.
Okay. So going back, I found
Can't believe you
Organic
said the
Fare
right to play
branded
in space.
soda. Sorry, what?
Nothing.
Organic Fare soda syrup set for $50. It's not brand named. It's cola with a K. Cherry cola.
No. I wouldn't
beer,
trust that.
Ginger ale. Hold on. Lavender and hibiscus lime.
Hard
Is this
pass.
a bath bomb?
What lavender soda is there that exists in this world?
I
Hard
wanted to eat your
pass.
bath bomb. There you go.
Sir, what can I get you to drink? Lavender hibiscus.
Can you put a bunch of
Tea?
flower
No,
shit in
soda.
I like cola with a K.
Can you put a
Right.
bunch of
Lavender
flower
hibiscus
bullshit in my soda?
Coca-Cola.
You mean like orange blonde? No.
I want
Jesus.
grass in that soda.
I have a bit of a Coca-Cola rant.
Oh, y'all got grass?
All right, let's hear that rant.
We went to Torchy's Tacos yesterday, and it's been. I'm gonna tell you, it's been a while since we've been because we went on this like health kick, and like Clayton's losing all his fucking weight because he's a son of a bitch, and I'm not. So
What a
we
monster.
finally went yesterday because he'd
Drinking all
gotten
that Mountain
home.
Dew diet.
He actually drinks Diet Coke sometimes. I'm like, no. Anyways,
Choke me with a spoon.
we went to the Torchies that we don't normally go. We went to one in the Heights, which for anyone that knows anything about Houston, the Heights is like the hipster part of town.
Yep.
So it's where me and Clayton belong, and we're gonna go back and visit and check it out more. But it's a really nice.
It's in a
Torchies.
place that I like to call Austin.
Yeah, it's Austin, tucked in a small corner of Houston. So best fucking Torchies I've ever had in my life. Like,
Is that the one we went to
fucking...
when we went and visited you for RTX last year?
No, that's the normal one we usually go to. But this one was just on the way back from the airport. And I was like, oh, it's in the Heights. Let's go. We'll check it out.
The next time we visit you guys, I definitely want to go to Torchy's because I miss that guac.
We're going to that specific one too because it's like I said,
drink
the
cream corn
best.
though from Torchy's.
They have a brick wall with a neon
no, we're
sign
going
on
to
the
Rudy's,
inside
too.
of the restaurant.
There's two
some
restaurants I have to go to. It's Torchy's and Rudy's.
Yeah.
We're gonna try a new barbecue place.
Listen, as long as
Can I
I
drink
also
their
get
cream
Rudy's.
I
As
don't
long as I
know.
also can get Rudy's because I got cups.
I have to. Don't bring your cups. I have cups. for
I'm
fuck's
bringing
We
my
sake.
have so many friggin' cups.
I'm bringing my goddamn
Anyways.
cups.
Can I bring my
About-
grenade Coke?
Yes, I want one.
Open it up and
Torchies.
drink it on the plane and make eye contact with the flight
It's
attendant.
allowed. It's allowed on planes now. They revoked.
Oh,
the
they
thing.
rescinded that?
Yeah.
Wait, what's allowed on planes?
The grenade Coke?
bottles.
Oh, that for a while that wasn't.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They banned them for a while.
Oh shit.
Anyways, Torchies.
So like I'm waiting in line to order because again it's like Austin and Houston, so it took like 10 minutes to fucking wait in line to get up to order, and I just look over at the cash register and it says, "Welcome our newest taco team member, now serving Coca-Cola."
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I turned to Clay and I was like,
didn't
what
they
the
do-
fuck?
What did they do before? It was just like
It was
Main
like
route.
yeah.
It was
what
all
it is.
like local.
I remember
It's not
having
local,
like
it's-
cream
it's-
soda there last time.
Austin-based.
let's be honest though,
drinks.
none of those sodas were very good anyway. The cream
Yeah,
soda
it's
was
good.
good.
Liar. That
The
was
cream
better
soda
than
was
Coke.
good, but
Yeah, there's some that I didn't like. I have to say, but there were some that I really did like.
I really liked the cream. But other than that, the rest of them were just kind of eh.
They fucking sold out and went all corporate with Coca-Cola, and they didn't fucking stick with Main Root, like local owned Austin.
Do they still serve the Main Root sodas?
Nope.
That's the problem.
That's stupid.
It's very stupid. I was
maybe
upset.
Maybe the company that made those sodas went out of business.
Possible,
I really hope not.
I mean, Main Root still got a webpage. I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay.
And
buy their syrup?
So enjoy Main Root at Whole Foods, H-E-B, Taco Deli, Mad Greens, Fly Right, Home Slice, and Snooze, but not at Torchy's.
Does
Oh,
it
yeah, it
say
is at
not
Home
at Torchy's
Slice.
on there?
Torchy's is not in the banner of all their other brands. I imagine
I want to
probably used to
imagine
be.
that is
Maybe-
literally like a pipe that goes from their place to
Maybe Torchy's wanted to
straight
have
into
like a bigger
stuff.
cut of the profit, but Main Root was like, no, we're either going to go with the original deal or we're not going to let you sell our soda. And then Torchy's was like, well, fine then, we're not going to sell your soda at all.
or it
You know
could
who
have
that
been
sounds
it could have been that they wanted to have Coke products as well, and Main Root
Oh,
might have been
right.
like,
Maybe it's some kind of
it has to be
ensemble of
exclusivity
sodas.
thing.
Right.
They were also in talks with Pepsi because they wanted an ensemble soda cast.
Well, I feel like maybe they wanted Coke just because it was more well known for people who don't like the
Yeah.
But if you're going to Torchy's, like, you're gonna get Main Root, like that just you just know that.
It just comes with the deal. Yeah.
I didn't go to Torchy's for the soda. I went to Torchy's for the guac.
No,
Right.
but you just know when you go to Torchy's, you're gonna get Main Root.
And that
like-
queso.
You're gonna acknowledge, like, I'm
A case
going
of
for the
what?
good
Shoot,
food, and I'm gonna get this
I-
drink. If you don't like it,
I
you
feel like I
can deal
forgot-
with it, but I love it.
I feel like I forgot that Torchy's did Main Root sodas every time before I walked in, and I was like, oh, I'm not upset about them not having Main Root anymore. In fact, I prefer Coke. So
It was just a nice, a neat little thing to go there and get something that I can't get
Normally.
literally anywhere else.
I can
And it's
understand
not
that.
a big corporation. It's something that's smaller than
Yeah.
how big Coca-Cola is. So
I feel like that's kind of the same, like what you were saying, Clayton. I feel like whenever I see a Coke Freestyle machine, I'm like, oh man, I'm like,
Yeah, neat.
neat. Well, it's because
I'm about to ruin a soda.
well, it's because I enjoy vanilla Coke more than regular Coke,
Yeah.
and the vanilla Coke from those machines, it's because it's not their vanilla Coke, it's Coke, and
Right.
then they put the vanilla flavoring in it.
It's just
which I like.
it's a shot of vanilla into
Exactly, I like that better than the actual canned and bottled vanilla Coke.
it. Right.
I really like from the Freestyle machines. I really like the cherry vanilla Coke because it's like it's an option that you can pick, and it's so good. I really like it.
I'm bland. I just get regular Coke.
I watched a lady go into like the maintenance mode
The
of
BIOS?
one of those Coke free
Oh,
man. of one of those Coke freestyles. You know how you get to it? It's
You
like
push
a
like the
button
bottom
combo.
right.
It's a button combo that starts with water. And I was like, yep, nobody
Nobody will figure that one out.
nobody started with that. So she was like holding the water thing and then touched two other things, and then it goes to this maintenance. And I was like, yeah, nobody's gonna find that menu.
That's actually so. There's this story that I was listening to. It was like this podcast kind of thing.
Okay.
I used to listen to at it when I had a job at work.
Wait,
there-
are you gonna sell us on a podcast like Logan did?
No, because I don't remember the name of it.
Mystery of
I think it was
Vic.
Darknet Diaries, but it was about these guys. Like this guy tells stories, and like sometimes he interviews people, but like he'll tell stories about some of these interesting things people have done. And
Okay.
so there was this guy that, like, I don't remember how long ago, but it was like video poker started becoming a thing, and so he went to Las Vegas and he was playing on the video poker machines, and
Mhm.
he found out a certain combination that rigged the machine slightly,
Oh, yeah.
and then
That sounds
like
like
it
he's
was
gonna
this
take it
whole
in the back
thing.
room and get his ass kicked in a minute.
Well, it was this whole thing, and like he got his friend in on it, and they were basically abusing it, and then they were like, all right, we gotta pull out, like we're taking too much, and so
Yeah,
like
you're
they'll
poisoning
notice,
the well.
and so one of them went back home, and actually I think like somewhere local to them had a similar machine.
Okay.
So he actually wound up doing it there. But the other guy like went back to Las Vegas and kept like doing it, and then he got caught. And then like
Oh.
months late, and then they figured out the problem, and they were able to like track it
Okay.
when a machine did it, and they were able to
Oh,
find the
man.
other guy who was doing it too. But it was like,
oh, it sucks.
it was so they have obviously patched it out since, but it was so interesting. It was like he just happened to accidentally hit something in a certain way, and it just unlocked the whole thing. And it was just he happened to be a coder and he happened to understand what was going on the screen.
Yeah,
and
it's a series of instructions.
Exactly, and he took advantage of the cheat code he found. It was creative use of game mechanics, Clayton.
That's what I was gonna say. I guess that's technically illegal because you're hacking it.
You are not. You are no longer playing the game.
I feel
you
like
are playing the machine.
I feel like if he did it once and he wasn't like, let's say he did it once and he wasn't super aware what he was doing. Let's say he did it once and it was whatever, and then it happened again and he reported it. I feel like they would have been fine with it.
Might have even hired him.
Who would he report that to? The casino or the company that built the...
Yeah, you would report it to the casino, and then they'd probably tell the manufacturer.
So that makes me think of... There's a scene in one of the Ocean's 11, 12, or 13 movies.
Oh, we talking about
where
Brad?
they are using
Going to see
coin drops and inputs to basically...
Oh, shit.
hack the machine, and I can't remember which one it is.
I think it's 3. No, it's 2. It's 2.
Okay. Yeah, I just remember them like 1
Ocean's
coin
12.
something, 2 coin something, 4 like it's a series of inputs.
3-card Monty.
Basically, yeah, that sets it up for a jackpot.
Interesting. Because I mean, yeah, like all the machines at casinos have to pay out at a certain point, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you know how to game that system.
Nope, it's Ocean's 13.
Okay, I
But,
thought it
like,
was the third one, but I
feel
couldn't be sure.
I feel like that isn't real. The coin thing.
That was the thing. Like, I always thought that was just kind of, oh, this is a movie mechanic. They needed a plot line. But then the more you say it, means like, I wonder if that's just a slight exaggeration.
Maybe that could have been like an old way. Because, like, I mean, they have ways of literally just opening up those coin drop machines. So, like, I wouldn't understand why they would have that programmed into it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Yeah, or something
deal.
like that.
And then,
Do you know when Ocean's 13 came out?
It was like 2005,
2004.
Okay, well, I guess I'm the only one that seems to have lost time because it's 2007, and I am shocked that it was so long. It was 12 years ago. I don't feel like that movie's 12 years old.
Oh, I feel like Ocean's 13 is super old.
I don't feel that way. I feel like time is just flying.
I mean,
by.
they had enough time to make a reboot of the series.
I mean,
they didn't reboot.
Go look at Ad Astra and see what Brad Pitt looks like today versus Ocean's 13. He looks the same.
Smack about Brad. I was fixing to say
he hasn't aged a day.
He's a robot.
Yeah, in fact,
he's like
Ad Astra is in the future a little bit, so it's like even further ahead.
It's been 48 minutes. We haven't discussed a single video game.
Yeah, we did. We talked about Call of Duty.
That's true. Never mind. Okay.
We
met our quota.
Not in the most
Thanks, everybody.
positive light,
It's the first thing we talked about. We opened with it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I actually want to talk a little bit about us, about Carpe Boredom.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. I've had so many breakups that start this way.
Logan, I'll need you to sit down, Logan.
Dang.
I am sitting down.
No, it's just some fun stuff that we've got coming up I wanted to talk about. One of the things that we've already started doing by the time this podcast comes out on our YouTube channel is we're doing like a scary bit special thing on our Twitch.
Yep.
So if you give certain amounts of bits, different scary noises will play while we're streaming.
Calling it Cheers for Fears.
Ah.
Oh my God, there it goes. Write it down. Write it down, Clayton, before you forget.
The panel on it.
This won't be recorded anywhere. But Brandon's been kind of figuring all that out.
It's interesting. Some of the sounds are terrifying. I hate them.
All right.
You hate them.
I don't want to hear any of them until they happen to me. So
I showed Shelby 2 of the 6 I have currently on there.
Great.
I'm only gonna put 6 on there, but I just want to like get the good ones kind of on there.
Can our alerts do transparency effects?
What do you mean?
So like if we key a background of an alert, I guess we couldn't do like partial opacity. It's either keyed out or it's not.
I mean, you could. I mean, you can make the alert like you could render out an alert that has a transparent background.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I was just thinking of something like could.
It would be
kind of
like a GIF.
Yeah. All right. I'll think about
also, our sub alert. That's the one with Logan's face, right? It technically is being chromed out.
So we're gonna do that the entire month of October, though, and I'm pretty. I'm anxious about it, I think is the best way, because like I'm really excited to see
But
it
I'm also
work.
terrified.
I am absolutely going to piss myself at least
I
one
almost
time.
pissed myself from a wire in observation of when me and Logan were playing. Meanwhile, minutes later, a fucking alien contact happened, and I was unfazed.
That's what
I remember. Go ahead.
Logan was talking to me about that yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday because we were going to record a scary game about me playing PT last year. How I was just completely like, oh, there's a ghost. But then I'd turn there to be a cockroach, and he'd be like, you would scream so loud.
Yeah, you lose your mind over
There's
the
a
roaches.
There's a scene where the bathroom door is cracked, and you peek in, and you look around for a little bit, and as you're looking around, Lisa gets right in your face, like from the side of the door frame, and then slams the door in your face, and that happens to Shelby, and Shelby's just like, "Oh, okay." And then there's a cockroach on the wall. There's a cockroach on the wall right here.
It's supposed to be the first jump scare, and she doesn't react.
There's a cockroach on the wall right next to her. So, like the door slams in her face, and she's like, "Oh, that was rude." And a cockroach.
Yeah.
I feel like I do the same thing though. I get scared by the shit that shouldn't be scary, like when we. Shelby played Observer.
Oh my god, yes.
I almost shit myself. Like it was after all this scary stuff happened. It was more eerie. And then like we go outside, it's raining outside in the game, and the exact same second there's like thunder and lightning. Somebody hits somebody subs to our channel. And it does Logan's noise, and it scared. It was so bad. I think it's clipped on the channel.
It is.
It is clipped.
Quentin
I've seen
got
it. I've seen that.
That'd be great.
That, and then there's also another great scare of claiming to be attacked by a wolf, and both of us screaming.
Oh man.
There was a last week. It didn't happen this week because Steam was messing up, so we couldn't record any spooky games yesterday. But last week we recorded some spooky games, and then a few hours after that we went and played Halo. Shelby and I did, and then I kept getting scared by Shelby running up to me. I'd like turn and Shelby running at me, and I'd fire at her. I'd pump so many bullets into Shelby by accident last week.
Well, now you know how I feel in Left 4 Dead.
No, it's not the same.
No. You're full of shit.
I've in Left 4 Dead videos. In Left 4 Dead, Clayton's motto is "If it moves, I shoots."
Yeah.
If
it's
it
a zombie
moves,
apocalypse.
it shouldn't.
You guys
like,
could turn at
Logan.
any second.
Shoot him.
If it moves, not anymore.
He's bit.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You're bleeding. Yeah, because you shot me.
The bullet bit you. You're gonna turn into a bullet.
You'll be a were-bullet.
I'm sad that since we are part of Carpe Boredom, like Twitch doesn't allow us to give bits to Carpe Boredom, like from our personal channels to Carpe Boredom or our personal bank accounts. So I'm pissed that I can't fuck with you guys when you're the ones on stream, but I'm kind of happy about it because I know you guys would fuck with me when I'm on stream.
Yeah,
so like it's a forced agreement.
The worst part is, so this is technically before, and this is being recorded before any of I've set up the bits, for the final stuff.
Yeah.
I still have to test them, so I could like set the bits to 0. So first of all, if anyone's lucky enough to just randomly be on the Carpe Boredom Twitch, they are in prime location to mess with me because they'll all be set to 0 bits, so I could press them.
You know what, Brandon? I've been playing a lot of stuff in my personal time to like I've been playing Link's Awakening, and I've been playing some PS3 games and Xbox games. Mm-hmm. And the way I connect it to my computer is I used to just plug it directly in and change the monitor output to the other output. Yeah. But recently, I've just been like I got that new capture card that doesn't have any delay on it, so I've just been opening up OBS and creating a source projector and just having it up, and I've just been playing that way. Mm-hmm. And if I was in
holy
if I was in slobs and you start messing with that shit and it starts going off, it would scare the ever-loving shit out of me. And I'm glad that you warned me without meaning to.
Well, God.
For the next 2 days, I will be messing with that shit, so I'm warning you now.
Thank you.
That's freaking great.
Because I would just be sitting there playing Link's Awakening, not even a scary part and a scary noise that happened. It would scare the shit out of me.
They would also probably deafen you because I gotta mess with their volumes.
Well,
I don't have headphones
volume.
on usually when I'm doing that. But because I'm using a source projector, it'll come out my speakers.
Oh my God.
That would have I would have gotten a message to be like, guys, what is happening?
I probably wouldn't have messaged you guys. I probably would have been like, what the fuck is going on, and shut down my whole computer.
The next message would be, guys, I'm moving to Texas now. My house is haunted.
House is haunted.
Clayton Shelby, I'll be there tomorrow. I'm moving in with you. It's like,
House is haunted. What?
What's that? House is haunted.
House is haunted. What? Strikes a match. House is haunted.
Well, that's the fun that we're going to have in October. And we're going to be playing, we'll still probably play some games that are not scary-based games. Because I know
Space Week.
We do have Space Week. We're going to try to do some crossovers where it is space-related and still scary.
This comes out
Dead Space.
during Space Week, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
We will still have 4 days.
Mid-spacing when this comes out.
Nice.
Don't mind me, I'm just spacing off.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll still do some games that aren't space related, that aren't scary related. Because I know that you guys really, we had a lot of fun playing Stardew Valley with Quentin and Bert.
Yeah,
make it scary. The bit thing will still be up for Stardew Valley. If you fucking
bit me while I'm in the mines, you better fucking bet I'm gonna be screaming.
Scaredew Valley.
Scaredew Valley.
But after October, we are going to have something fun going on in November.
Scared You Valley.
Is this the first time hearing about this, or did you already tell me and I forgot?
Yes, this is the first time you've heard about this, Logan.
Oh, boy.
I really hope you know about it.
Little thing called Extra Life.
The fuck is Extra Life?
You fucking asshole. I already bought you a plane ticket.
Wait, what?
This year for Extra Life, we are actually going to have everybody together in mine and Clayton's house to stream the 25 hours. So it's all going to be here. We're all going to be local. We're also going to have a special guest with us, Ashley, Travis's sister. She does a lot of streams with us and VODs with us.
That's a sentence you might want to redo.
I don't want to say her last name.
No, that's not. You said Travis's sister.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Brandon.
There are reasons why that should not be worded like that.
We're not bringing Ashley. We're taking Travis's sister.
I apologize. We are not. I apologize. We will have a special guest as well. Ashley, Brandon's sister. She's been on a lot of VODs with us and streams with us. So she'll be hanging out with us during the 25 hours for Extra Life because they always do it on when daylight savings time ends. So we get an extra hour. So I'm very, very excited about that because it's going to be good to see the boys in person and hang out with Ashley. I haven't seen Brandon in like almost a fucking year, I feel like.
I'm ancient.
Our entire living room, dining room, kitchen is going to be all a production area. Trust me, if you go on our Instagram, you will see all the background pictures of us setting up. And
all I want to know is, can I be in VR and punch your chandelier again?
Oh, right, yeah,
you
sure.
punched the chandelier?
I think I tapped it. I don't think I full on slammed it, but I think when we were playing
all
Scanner,
All I remember is you playing Project Cars 2 in VR for like 3 hours
while
straight.
you were. So it was while you were packing up everything, and you're like, Brandon,
I was in the teardown, and then I was like, oh, I'll just bring out my wheel. And,
I think I slept
and
through
pedal
that.
set.
Oh, we were
I
asleep,
think you
Logan.
did.
I didn't go to sleep because me and you were flying home in the morning, Logan.
I was basically selling you a Vive in real time.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
and then I did go home and get a Vive. To be fair, so it worked. Higher Clayton vibe.
I was actually cleaning that chandelier yesterday and I was like, I think that I'm going to probably take this down while we're doing Extra Life because I don't trust us.
It might be best.
Because we will be playing video games on stream. But
Wait,
we're also
what?
going to be scattering
I don't
just
know.
fun activities that we're going to be doing not in games throughout the full 25 hours.
So we're looking to
Yeah.
scare bit panel thing up for that as well, right?
It's
Sure,
October.
abso-fucking-lutely.
No, it'll be
because
November, but
we're gonna do a scary power hour, I'm sure, at some point. So I'm very excited about Extra Life. I'm glad I'm gonna get to see you guys, and you'll be here for Halloween. You fly in on like during the day of Halloween.
man, the
Clayton comes pick your
Halloween
ass up.
stream, that's gonna be a good one.
Yes,
So
please, God
everyone better
almighty.
tune into that one. I don't care if you're at a
Fucking don't
party
miss
or
it.
what.
Mark your calendar. If you're at a bar, tell them to put it on the TV.
Do
If
it.
Hey, can
Someone
you
is
put
having
on the
a party.
Carpe Boredom Twitch channel? This is sports.
Uh-huh.
Carpe
Please, God,
Boredom
yes,
Twitch.
have
It's
it
an
on.
e-sport.
That's right.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Which, talking about Twitch, they just had a big fucking haul over. I don't know if you guys have been on the
Oh,
desktop
yeah.
version of Twitch.
That thing was an overhaul?
complained about it to
Overhaul.
Shelby
Shut up.
when we streamed last.
I noticed it
It's-
first on Slobs because Slobs pulls the assets for the chat from Twitch directly.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Slobs. I'm like, this looks different. Shelby's like, no, it's not. Oh my god, it is.
I don't know
I
how
don't
to feel
believe
about
Logan.
the new Twitch.
I'm
Well, they
indifferent.
still said that there's a lot that they're going
Yeah.
to be changing over time. Like,
Yeah.
there,
Feel like
there's
they're
still more
testing
to
the
be
waters.
done.
I'm indifferent.
Here's my favorite part. I'm on an article about it, and it says, here's what it says. The platform ditched the old logo and placed it with a clean and retro alternative, reminiscent of 1980s arcade culture.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're
And
at
I'm
the
looking
same
at it
logo I am.
going,
Hold on, I gotta
I
look at it now
agree.
because I'm not even there. Yeah, it looks like they just kind of took the shading off of it.
they've made it not so, they've made it more like fun, I feel like. I don't know. It says it's okay, so the new logo features a bold black letter form, which I guess we should probably just like let Brandon tell us more
Wait,
about.
are we not?
that.
Are we not looking at the same logo?
If you do a Google search for it, the quick item over on the right shows you the old logo.
Because I'm just on Twitch.tv and it's just
I found it. Here. I'm gonna send a picture. It's it's not the most drastic change in the world.
Oh yeah, that's not on
It
their.
does.
That's not on their website.
It looks way better. I will say. I do like it.
I think I like it more too.
And now knowing that it doesn't show on their website anywhere their logo.
Yeah, I was just
Like
looking at
besides
their
their
like.
icon, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Show. So
I was looking at the icon itself. I wasn't looking at the actual Twitch logo.
knowing. Oh, okay. Yeah, this site's covering it. Knowing that this is the new logo, I now do like the rebrand of the site because
Oh.
that black and the new typeface definitely I feel like match it better. There's a whole brand identity thing. This is a cool website if you guys ever want to check it out called Under Consideration, which
Okay.
is all about different brands and stuff. Like when they rebrand and stuff, people tend to post about it and they talk about it, and then like they'll put the whole thing on there. So there is one for the Twitch one. There's like a bunch of different. It shows Twitch using their logo in different ways, and there's other color variations of it. So there's one for like retro style, and they have a whole gradient straight just for retro. They have just the black they show on here, and this whole new like rainbow thing. But it's a cool site. It shows, especially since now you can see this cool Twitch thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at both logos side by side, and I
Mhm.
can very distinctly tell the differences of what they've changed.
It looks cleaner, and it looks like it has way more to do with video games, I feel.
Yeah. It's weird because I think Google did that a couple of years ago. They had to change all of their copyrights because they wanted to shift one of the things like 3 or 4 pixels to the side,
Oh my God.
but they couldn't do that because that was their official logo, and they had to resubmit everything in order to change it.
That's so expensive.
Yep.
We did 2 trademarks, 2 in one country, and it was expensive as fuck.
Yep.
The example that they use on here to
Mhm.
show their new typeface, like you know how normally you do the fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Okay.
They used up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start.
Great. Okay.
Their new typeface is called Robert.
Konami just sues them.
Rupert. Roobert.
Robert, sorry.
They also, if you look close, they changed the purple. The purple is a different color.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lighter purple.
It's a lighter purple. I like it.
It's
more spunky.
I'm a big fan of bright purples.
I like them.
I don't know if you noticed.
I never would have known. I knew you would like that, Logan, though, the color change.
Speaking of rebrand,
Yes.
Apparently Yahoo rebranded as well.
What?
What do you mean?
Now that I'm
I
on
didn't
this
know about
website.
Are you telling me I'm going to have to get into my old Yahoo Ymail account?
It's
You don't have that set up.
It's just they changed it. It's no longer that disgusting like 3-dimensional like type. It's now this nice clean. It doesn't look anything it's weird. It's weird seeing it just because I'm so used to the old Yahoo logo.
I'm gonna close this webpage because now I'm just watching Twitch.
Yahoo.
Jesus. Boys, focus.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
Logan, where's your light switch?
Pop that terrifying thing on screen.
It's on my leg.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
That's gonna be a piece of merch that we're gonna
close this website
get
before I get
manufacture.
distracted.
Light switches.
A light
Focus.
switch fidget thing.
Switch your focus.
Yeah.
Nice. Switch your focus to Carpe Boredom.
Yeah. This is
Twitch.tv
you've got the Nintendo Switch. This is the Carpe Boredom Switch.
Ha! Nice. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Is it bad that after Infinity War, like I would just walk around like I do weird shit when I'm I do weird shit when I'm like by myself in my house. Like I'll just make weird noises and say have whole conversations with myself. And like one thing that I've been doing since Infinity War is just like hold my arm out and snap and then like do my finger, the pose he does. Cause like Thanos in Infinity War does like a whole twist with his arm and I do that.
Like,
and I'll just walk around my house and snap. I actually hurt my middle finger from snapping too much.
Logan's like standing over his dishes, like in his dirty dishes in his sink. And he's just like,
I'll snap and then I won't move and I'll hold still and then Shelby will come in and do all my dishes and then
all
walk
the
away.
clean dishes disappear.
And then like Shelby does all my dishes and puts everything away and cleans everything up. And as soon as she leaves, I reanimate and I'm like, this does put a smile on my face.
Logan calls in sick for a stream. He's like, guys, I can't make it. I sprained my middle finger.
So speaking of being distracted, the Beholder is freaking me out right now.
Okay, how so? What's
What?
going on?
He keeps going on and offline. So if
they're
anyone's in our sick Discord channel, there's this
They're
bot
fixing
called
it.
the Beholder.
It's broken again.
Okay, that's probably what they're doing then. The Beholder is constantly jumping between the bot section and the offline section, and it keeps catching my eye.
What's happening
I
is
like to look at Discord during the podcast when people are talking.
Okay.
But like out of the corner of my eye, all I see is the fucking Beholder jumping up and down on the list.
he's blinking. It's blinking.
Pretty much, especially
What's
since
happening
his name
is-
comes first on the offline.
Say, hey, listen.
What's happening is they updated it and then they had like a huge fuck up, and now they're fixing it and they've been fixing it since September 13th.
God.
Okay.
And I wanted to like start doing the live streams Discord channel again, but the people doing the Now Live bot are still are just fixing their shit, so I just have to keep waiting, I guess.
Yeah, in case
Oh,
no
okay.
one knew, that's what the Beholder's supposed to do. It's supposed to tell when we go live.
Right.
Doesn't.
Yeah,
Typically does it.
Goma's our welcome bot, and the Beholder's supposed to tell when us and our friends are live.
Typically does it about 45 minutes after we go live.
Sometimes
I mean, we haven't done it
is-
since the upgrade, so maybe it doesn't do that anymore. We
It
don't
is
know.
surprising when it does do it, and it's like only like a minute off.
Right. It's like, oh, you are awake.
you're
and
awake.
You are up and at 'em today.
Hey, can I talk about
Oh.
Spider-Man now?
all right,
Sure.
Logan's going to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
Spider-Man, and then we're going to wrap
we're
it
gonna
up.
flash back to last podcast when Logan was talking about it was just a cash grab.
I didn't say cash grab. It was a
PR stunt.
PR stunt.
It was
And
a pro cash grab
they
move.
they haven't come out and said it was a PR stunt, but I'm fucking right. It is exactly a PR
They
stunt.
won't.
Because
They won't say it.
all of a sudden, it's back in after it was out, and Sony said the door is closed. We are not open to discussions with Disney anymore. And then all of a sudden, it's back now.
Right.
big surprise. And on
They
top
went to
of that,
Disney like, we're not doing deals with you. And Disney went, money? And they're like,
no,
okay.
that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Sony
No,
took
yeah.
Disney's deal. Sony took Disney's deal, the one where Disney gets more money than they did before.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
Sony
okay.
still gets the majority of it.
I mean,
But
Right.
They're still making a
they're-
profit. I mean,
it's
fuck
a
what they're doing
win-win for
is-
both companies.
What they're
either way.
doing
So
is-
much money.
they're both putting in 50% for production, and Sony and Disney is getting 25 profits,
Mhm.
25% of the profits.
Okay.
Before it was only 10, and I
I
don't know
award
the
you 25 profits.
I don't know enough about business to
First
know the
25
exact
tickets
wordage. I don't know enough about business to know the exact wordage and the exact like how this deal works. But basically, they're switching to a movie to movie basis instead of just signing a contract for a long period of time.
Makes sense
Okay.
because
So-
it makes sense because
That's
it's like
fine.
they'll sign for like a couple years and they might only produce one movie within that time, and it might
Uh-huh.
cost them more money to keep
Well, they-
that
they-
contract than just to do movie by movie.
The original contract was for 2 Spider-Man movies and 3 Spider-Man cameos.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a time period. It was like how many movies they're going to make.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, I
now
mean-
that now they're switching to like a movie to movie basis. They have Spider-Man set up to be a cameo in a new MCU movie, and as well as being Spider-Man 3. I said the words in that sentence very badly, but you understood what I was saying.
Yeah.
On top of that, Sony has decided that they want to bring in the Venom movies into the Spider-Man universe.
This is the part that I keep hearing the most about, and I don't,
know how to feel about that.
much about it.
Me?
the thing about that is they are not going to bring Venom into the MCU. Venom
Okay.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man will be in the same universe as Venom, but Venom will not be in the same universe as the MCU.
How the fuck?
Eh,
I don't know. So what they're going
it's
to
just another IP that they would have to negotiate on.
because Sony has full control over the Venom movies. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the Venom movie. I want to.
But
I
liked
haven't yet.
Venom. I know some people didn't, but like I
know-
did like it. And
I heard it was very interesting because the origin of Venom has always been strongly tied to Spider-Man,
Mhm,
but this time it's not at all.
that's why I don't know how to feel about Spider-Man being in the same universe in it, because right now I'm liking it without Spider-Man involved. But I could see that I don't know what Venom would do. Right, like I don't know where they go with it because I don't read the comics. So like, but I don't know where they would go with the Venom story if Spider-Man wasn't involved.
They said, and I don't know who they are, so don't ask me who that is. But they said that Spider-Man might be making a cameo appearance. He's either going to be like a cameo, as in like he's just there and not involved in the story, or he's going to be like a very like minor cut at the end where he gets.
I'm also
Spider-Man
like pretty
in Blade
sure
4. Make it
Venom
happen.
takes place in like Seattle or something. I don't think.
Yeah,
it
they're
takes
going.
place in here.
Venom 2 is going to be in New York.
Oh, I was fixing to say. I mean, I'm sure that Peter Parker's just going to take another field trip. That's what he always does, right?
Field trip.
Yeah, Beholder just went offline.
Yeah.
So, but Venom 2 is going to be in New York. Spider-Man's going to have either a very minor role or a very short cameo.
Mhm.
And I've decided that this makes Spider-Man Schrodinger's superhero, where he both exists in the MCU and doesn't.
Yeah.
Nice.
Quantum super state.
So, like, I don't know. It's weird because there's Sony's also trying to like expand the Spider-Man multi-universe, and I'm trying really hard not to say Spider-Verse because
Oh, yeah, 'cause that's
Into the Spider-Verse is already a thing, and I don't know because they're making a Madam Web movie, and Madam Web is very important to like the multi-universe stuff that exists in the Spider-Man comics. And I don't know if they're going to tie Madam Web into the Spider-Verse movie that already exists. I know they're planning on bringing Tom Holland's Spider-Man involved in the Madam Web stuff. So like, I don't know
What
if
if they
that,
brought like the original fucking what's his name?
if they did Tobey Maguire and
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, that would be fucking awesome, and I would be super into that.
I think everyone that movie would hit like records just for like one scene with them in it.
I mean, it'd be amazing. But like, if maybe the Madam Web is going to introduce a multi-universe where Spider-Man crosses into another universe where Venom exists,
Oh, that would.
and that's how they're going to tie it together. Because if Spider-Man goes to a different universe, Tom Holland Spider-Man specifically goes to another universe where Venom exists, and that's how they interact, then it wouldn't have anything to do with the MCU, because I'm pretty sure a giant hulking monster stomping around New York City causing a ruckus might draw the attention of at least one Avengers superhero.
Exactly, especially since so many of them are based in New York.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird, but I'm looking forward to how they move forward with it.
I have never heard the name Madam Web until 3 days ago.
Hadn't heard it till about 3 minutes ago.
I was aware of Madam Web, but I never really looked into her until they decided they were going to make a movie about her.
I don't know who that is. Has this person always existed?
Her name is Madam, and I'm like, hell yeah.
Madame Web.
Over here.
Madame Web.
She's been around for a while.
And still, every
Since
time
the 80s,
hear
I think.
Madam Web, it makes me think of Adam West.
No, I'm pretty sure Madam Web's been around since the 80s.
It makes me think of like
now that he says it, that's all I hear is Adam West.
It's like a gender bent Madam West.
But like it sounds they have the same like speech cadence to it.
Yeah.
Madam Web, Adam West.
Yeah.
I hate it. Thanks, Clayton.
But I'm
You're
super
welcome for that earwig.
I'm super looking forward to seeing what Sony does with the Madam Web movie and like what they're going to do with Venom and how Tom Holland Spider-Man's going to be involved with all that. And I'm super looking forward to Spider-Man's inclusion into the MCU stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally fucking called it. I knew they weren't going to get rid of Spider-Man.
Shelby, I want you to learn how to build a website so I can call you Madame Web.
Okay.
Where are you, Shelby? I'm Madame Web.
Yeah, Spider-Man's cool and all, but Frozen 2, I feel like
Right.
I'm like super into the second Frozen movie.
I fucking
It
knew
looks
you.
so good.
I just saw an article about it the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, Frozen 2. I forgot that was. Oh my god, that's coming out in November. And I was like,
that's coming out in November.
That down. I bet
Jeez.
you Brandon is fucking losing his shit
It's
about
like
it.
an action adventure. It's interesting.
There are so many things that are coming out way sooner than they seem like they should. Like Death Stranding is almost here.
Yeah, that's
November's a big fucking month.
Pokemon's almost here.
What's next, Star Citizen?
Half-Life 3.
Yeah. Portal 3.
Oh god.
Don't
that
play with
finally
my feelings like that,
connects
Clay. That's not
Half-Life
fucking
and
funny. They're already connected.
Yeah, but I mean, like it brings characters from each.
There's only like 2 characters in Portal.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us on this episode of the Carpe Boredom podcast. So thank you all for joining me and
You're welcome, Shelby.
Some time and chatting it up.
Problem. I'm chained to my desk, so had to be here.
But for any of you who are watching or listening on our YouTube channel, just so you know, we have a website, carpeboredom.com. It has links to all of our social medias, to both of our YouTube channels. We do have a second one where we put up our live streams 24 hours after we have done them on Twitch. And it also has a link to our Twitch. We stream Tuesday through Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And we also have a Discord where you can go check out the Beholder, who seems like he's going on and off all the time.
He's having a party right now.
Oh yeah.
He's blacking out, waking up,
he's like the
blacking
he's
out.
like the girl. He's the girl on the plane. He's just dropping in and out.
He lands, and then that's when he says we're live.
The Beholder will be
Oh,
fixed
God.
one day
Yeah, they're
or
live.
replaced. It'll either be fixed or replaced. We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Find
But
out.
you can chat with other board members of our community. And don't forget to check out us in October when we're doing our Cheers for Fears. And for our extra live stream, that is on, I got to look up the exact date, November.
Bits for shits.
No. It's November 2nd
Scared-
and November
Scared
3rd.
bitless.
So make sure you follow our Twitter so you can learn more information about the schedule that we're going to have and all the fun activities we're going to be doing during that 25-hour extra live charity stream.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, we will
What are you guys
see you
giggling
guys
about?
either on stream or come watch more of our VODs on YouTube. But until then, bye.
Bye.
Bye.